They are going to murder us.
Pathetic worm.
You might not be coming home tomorrow.
Hello?
Rage.
I'm trying to figure out why we're not shooting them.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to the show. So glad you could be here today. Listen, we've got a great show planned for you. We've got a ton of liberal madness to get to. Their rhetoric seems to be ramping up, the violent rhetoric. We have senators and people in the Democratic Party, of course, throwing down the impeachment card. And this time, their sights are on Kristi Noem. And it is super ironic, the one person that is calling for her impeachment because she herself needs to be impeached. We'll get to that. And there is, I don't know what's going on in Minnesota, my friends, but there is an ICE vehicle that got attacked and vandalized. Things were stolen, and some things that were stolen are not good. But we'll get into that. So it is a meltdown. Look, I don't know what happened to people in Minnesota, if the lefties there got like triple vaxxed or something, but it is a mess. And President Trump looks like he might be taking the next step in tamping down this violence that has been encouraged by the governor and the mayor of that state. Well, listen, we do have a lot of craziness to get to, but in order to do that, we need to jump into that liberal pool of madness. So sit back, relax, and buckle up. We're about to enter the Lib Zone.
Hey, kill these ICE agents, bro.
Do the thing that you're supposed to do. Utilize the Second Amendment.
They are going to murder us all. Hello?
Is that bulletproof vest even bulletproof anymore?
Yeah.
Pathetic worm.
You know, these pussy-ass ICE, they're gonna start catching a hell of a lot more than snowballs.
Like, if you wear an ICE badge, from now on, I would expect people to start magnapping you.
I encourage everyone who sees this video to bear arms and practice your Second Amendment right.
They're minding their business. Boo! That's how we need to start doing them.
We're not gonna go get justice. We're gonna go get revenge. We're gonna round up a whole lot of.
Hey, if you're an ICE agent, this might be a good time to kiss your spouse and kids goodbye, because you know what? You might not be coming home tomorrow.
Was that just her? They're all gonna be
Gang, they done found you and your whole family.
Oh, if you slime the out of an ICE agent, just say you were with me, and I'll corroborate the story.
Like, hello? Knock, knock, knock. Are you home? Wake up!
Rage. Rage.
The YNs know we about to go into martial law. We need these YNs to step up. These young boys that's running around these ski masks, these super United States gangsters.
I'm trying to figure out why we're not shooting them.
Jeez.
Great yet? Are we a great country? Is this one? It's great.
Remember, people, if a masked man tries to kidnap you, put a bullet in his face.
Wow.
I'm really questioning when the left's gonna start playing Papa Cop. Tag DHS. I am Antifa.
It's time to purchase my Second Amendment or get the out of this country, and I haven't decided which one I want to do yet.
I'm not even giving you the opportunity.
Not everybody has the stomach or the wherewithal for what needs to happen next.
You're not getting out of this through voting.
No questions. We don't need to be asking no questions. We just need to, whoa, hey, sir, boom. That's all I need to do. That's all we need to be doing.
I don't want a vigil. I want Molotov.
I saw this image left in the comments of another video, and as the ex-wife of a maggot, and I consider ICE to be maggots on steroids,
How much do you want to bet that she totally looked normal before she plugged into the hive mind at some point? Like when she got married, I bet you she looked like a normal young lady. Something tragically happened to this lady to totally brainwash her.
just like to state that this would be doing them a favor.
Dear ICE agents, I implore you to come into my home unannounced. Once you come in, you will never leave again.
Yeah, you're crazy.
And it's a promise.
They are literally rolling tanks onto U.S. soil with U.S. troops coming in. We have less than 60 days before TikTok goes dark in other countries.
What?
Do you think that's a coincidence? We have to prepare. People are still moving around in normalcy, like everything is normal. You are a threat to the rest of us. Y'all, get ready. Dig holes, climb into trees, get everything you need. Prepare. Be ready. God be with us. Stay together. Stay strong. No fear. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Let's go. But stop playing video games. Stop watching basketball games. Stop watching football games. Stop
Jeez.
getting on TikTok playing dating games. We are at... Our life is in danger!
I'm getting tired of watching people just filming our comrades being pummeled by Gestapo. Are we not, when we are organizing, are we not taking the time on teaching our protesters on how to reclaim their comrades when they are snatched by law enforcement? Is no one teaching you the scoop and run? Is no one teaching you that?
The scoop and run. Is that the official technique of Antifa? Oh, that's funny.
We have to stop moving from a place of fear. No more filming. It's time to get your elbows dirty, okay? Okay? When your friend's on the damn ground, stop filming it. Maybe 10 seconds of that, that's what you need. And then
Stop filming. I mean, unless look, you need something to put up on TikTok. So just like 10 seconds, but otherwise, get in there and get in the face of ICE. Got to scoop and grab, my friend. Scoop and grab, scoop and run.
and you need to get your ass in there and get the on top of them.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this shit. Y'all act like we don't have the means to do this. I've reclaimed plenty of protesters in my day. And I have gone hand to hand with these suckers in this military gear. Stop letting them control you.
She needs to shut her commie pie hole. Scoop and run, folks. It's just that easy. Let's all do it today, my friends. Is this an SNL skit? It actually kind of feels like it could be one if they had the balls to, do real comedy these days on that show. When this tough-talking, violent, ugly-ass chick plows into a law enforcement officer, please make sure someone videos and posts it online. That would be must-see TV for sure. Liberal white women are possessed by Satan.
All right, MAGA trolls, let's see how you like this one.
All right, yeah, bring it on.
Apparently the reason that Poopy McPoop Pants
oh, wow, that's funny.
was getting up and he did the... and then turned around and stared at nothing.
So I believe what she's talking about is when the oil execs were meeting with Trump, and all of a sudden he stands up and goes back to the back of the room and looks out at the construction. And it says something like, "Oh, I just love construction," or whatever. Which was kind of weird. Like he just all of a sudden just gets up and does it, which is kind of strange. But anyways, this is what she's talking about, and this is the reason why she thinks he did that.
He was covering farting. One of the oil execs spilled the tea.
Spilled the tea?
And
Isn't it spilled the beans? Who says spilled the tea?
Farts smelled like rotten meat, which makes sense because all he eats is McDonald's.
I'm just letting y'all know who you're dealing with. In 9th and 10th grade in a little country town, me and my friends made a fight club because we were bored. Since I was in foster care, I couldn't do much outside of school. So we did that, and it made the news all the way in the city of Columbus, Ohio.
Too bad he didn't make a wash your hair daily club. Is he posting from the psych ward? Kind of looks like that. That hat says it all. 0. That's on point for him. Bro weighs 120 pounds, and his claim to fame is getting in trouble with his buddies when he was 14. That's pretty sad. Hey, if you're enjoying the show, swing on over and get me a hot chocolate because the Lib Zone runs on it.
Democrats, the only way we are going to survive this administration is for all of us to register as Republican. It's the one way that we can participate in the Republican primaries, and it's the only way to obscure gerrymandered maps. It's time. Just do it.
What do you mean it's time? You guys have been doing this for years now, and it's kind of sad that the only way that you think you can win is by cheating. That says a lot about you and the Democratic Party.
The same people who were and still are very vocal about free Palestine, with Palestine flags and LGBT flags in their bios screaming oppression, oppression, are awfully quiet while the Iranian regime that's funding and arming Hamas is right now slaughtering its own people for daring to want freedom. I hope this helps.
Well, it looks like the righteous outrage of the Democratic Party is swinging their sights toward Kristi Noem, and they want to now impeach her. And it looks like the new mantra, at least for the next week maybe, is that the Democrats want to basically defund ICE. They don't want to put another penny towards ICE. And this is their new talking point. So we're going to hear a lot about this in the next following week or 2 weeks until they get their new talking points. Anyways, here they are. They're idiots.
I ask Kristi Noem be impeached. I ask that ICE be abolished.
God will judge you, and Democrats are going to remove you from office.
Kristi Noem has got to go.
We will not stop fighting until we achieve real justice and accountability. That must begin with impeaching Kristi Noem.
There's no way in hell I'm voting to give 1 cent to Trump and Kristi Noem's ICE.
Not one more dime for Donald Trump's ICE operations.
I do not support an increase in ICE funding.
Can in good conscience support an agency that is so out of control?
I would ask that the governor stops inciting the harassment and illegal obstruction of law enforcement in his state. All ICE and federal law enforcement are trying to do are remove people like this off of the streets of Governor Walz's city in Minneapolis and of his state in Minnesota. If you look at some of the individuals in this photo, these are all illegal alien criminals who came into our country under the previous administration. This is all ICE is trying to do. They are trying to remove people like this from Governor Walz's state.
And as things melt down in Minnesota, the anti-ICE rhetoric continues to pour forth from Washington. These people, you know, they are setting up this chaos and then feigning outrage when the chaos actually happens. These people are sick.
The actions of ICE, they are unconstitutional, unlawful, they are cruel, they are rogue, they are racist.
Our caucus members will oppose all funding for immigration enforcement in any appropriation bills until meaningful reforms are enacted.
We have to urgently pass legislation to roll back the excessive funding for immigration enforcement that was in the Republicans' big bad betrayal bill.
More than any other time, people on the left are identifying as liberals, and I think that's pretty fair. I think a lot of people on the right, instead of being called Republican, would rather say that they're conservative. I think I'm one of those people. But anyways, it's an interesting little stat. Check it out.
Look at where we are today. 59%, 3 in 5 Democrats say they are liberal. It might have used to be that the Democratic Party was almost more moderate conservative. You know, Bill Clinton, of course, DLC, the Democratic Leadership Council, no longer the case. That DLC is adios amigos. This Democratic Party is a liberal. It is a liberal party.
There has been a lot of talk in the last day or two about the differences between ICE under Obama and ICE under Trump. And of course, now everybody's outraged and everybody's got their panties in a bunch. But under Obama, there was none of that. He deported more people than any other president. There was not a peep from the Democratic Party. They actually supported the deportations at that time. And the public just let ICE do their job. They weren't whipped up into a frothy madness that we see now. Here is a piece from CNN back in 2016. They rode along with ICE, and they actually arrested a wrong person when CNN was with them. And did they totally freak out and talk about it incessantly for the next week and a half? No. They're like, oops, things happen. We just got to correct it and keep moving forward. Anyways, this is fascinating. Take a look.
Just before the sun rises in the Windy City, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents fan out across Chicago to arrest criminals in the U.S. illegally.
Tac 1, Tac 2, Tac 3.
CNN was granted exclusive access to witness some of those raids.
Last night, an ICE vehicle somehow was left alone. I don't know why it was just parked there. I mean, usually the ICE agents are around their vehicles. But in any case, this vehicle was descended upon by the mob. They absolutely wrecked it, broke in, and stole various things, including a rifle. Probably an AR-15 was in this case that you'll see that was taken out. Now, these people definitely need to be arrested, and this is the type of behavior that is starting to push President Trump in taking a next step with dealing with Minnesota's madness.
Almost there. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Bullet? There's some bullets.
Hey, that's what he said.
I don't know.
Ain't no way.
Tourniquet there.
No faces. Go. Oh, shit.
And it wasn't just random objects that were taken from this vehicle. It looks like sensitive paperwork was also found. This is not good, my friends.
In the original shooting that happened here tonight, the ICE agent vehicles that were parked on the street in the shooting, they had to leave their cars behind because they got surrounded by protesters. One of the ICE agent vehicles got broken into, and I found this paperwork. It has a list with FBI operation info. It's got full names of FBI agents, phone numbers, emails. There's maps on where they're staying, where they're holding immigrants. There's hotel names in there. There's judge names. This paperwork has people's full names and their email.
Well, because of the actions of this ruthless mob mentality that has developed in Minnesota, I'm telling you, I don't know what is going on with those people, but something is definitely mentally wrong. But in any case, the president said that he is thinking seriously about kicking into effect the Insurrection Act, which would take all this to another level, and to a level that the people of Minnesota do not want to see.
So President Trump is responding this morning. A short while ago, he warned that he may use the Insurrection Act here in Minnesota. Also, President Trump posted on Truth Social that a federal judge, a Biden appointee, has ruled in favor of the Trump administration for now and will allow the ICE immigrations to continue here in Minneapolis and Minnesota. Back to you guys in New York.
Thank you, Matt. Nice to see you. Matt Finn there, keeping warm in Minneapolis. Jonathan Fay, he's the former acting ICE director. Sir, welcome back here. How does this end?
Thank you.
Or does it anytime soon?
It seems like what President Trump posted today about invoking the Insurrection Act seems to be the way this is going, and that's the way it will end. And just to invoke the Insurrection Act, he just has to make a determination that is impractical to enforce federal law because of the obstructionist activities. And I think that's apparent just by the reporting you just had. And you have people like Tim Walz, the irony of him saying they don't want chaos when he is seemingly doing everything he can to sow chaos, to cause division, to encourage people to subvert ICE in their mission. It's really shameful, but I think we're going down the road of the Insurrection Act because Governor Walz is not going to step up to his responsibility and get his streets safe so ICE can do their job. And remember, ICE is enacting the laws passed by Congress. They're not enforcing them. They are doing something inherently democratic, and Tim Walz and Jacob Frey and others are trying to prevent that. So it seems like only one road to go at this point for President Trump, and I think he's onto this, that we need this to stop, and immigration enforcement is going to continue.
The best advice I could give everybody, and I wish I could do more. You guys don't understand the phone calls I get daily. But the best advice that I could give you guys is if you don't need to go out, to stay home.
Yes, that's great advice. It'd be way easier for ICE to find you. Please do that. That would be great.
I guess Denver City Council wants some type of legal showdown. So they're currently discussing an ordinance that would make it illegal for ICE agents to wear masks within the city of Denver. Somehow they don't understand that local ordinances don't supersede federal law, or that federal agents have certain protections and authority when carrying out their federal duties.
Yeah.
And the only way that the local police would have authority to arrest these federal agents is if they were committing a local crime that's not related to their federal duties.
That makes sense.
Does Denver City Council care? I don't know. Their city attorneys have even told them, like, hey guys, this probably isn't going to work from a legal standpoint. I understand they think that it'll help public trust. However, I'm sorry, City of Denver, you have no authority over federal agents. You also can't supersede federal law. So I don't know why you would want to put your officers in that awkward position of wondering if they're going to be charged for interfering with a federal law enforcement activity. So just always interesting things happening in my home state of Colorado.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's going to happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, come around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them, and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't going to act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns.
Well, I don't know about you, but that sounds a little bit like a Black Panther militia that might be forming, and that's no good for anybody. And look, while that guy is seemingly armed to the teeth patrolling the streets of Philadelphia, we can swing to the other side of the extreme, and then we get this guy. That guy's not going to do anything.
ICE is coming to Boston.
Okay.
I got to get my kids ready for school. Like,
Good for you.
Am I going to impede on an ICE investigation?
Why would you
I mean,
think
that would totally depend. Are they going to kidnap innocent children out of my schools again?
Again? Didn't happen before.
Because I am ready to get shot in the face. Are you all going to watch it and just be totally fine when it happens, if it happens? Because I was helping children by blowing whistles because I have more courage on the skin of my teeth than some of you have in your entire bodies from this life and your last.
By blowing whistles? I don't know. And as a mother, why would you even think about putting yourself in a position that would take you away from your own children forever?
Once again, I'm doing Spark delivery and they're blocking the road again. Look at this.
You don't
Look
actually
at this.
You don't actually think about that. There are people that are, Uber drivers or DoorDash or whatever, and they're probably, at least in Minnesota, constantly running into this situation. Yeah, I feel sorry for those guys. I never really thought about it before.
I'm trying to make a living. I'm trying to get my car note paid off. And these people are blocking the road. Why? Now I gotta make a detour. Chumbalones, all of them.
Chumbalones.
All right, I have ice in front of me.
Okay.
I don't know. There's no markings on their car. We're just stopped in the middle of the road, so.
What?
I guess this is what we're doing now.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up for another amazing banger by Lex Blaze and Daddy Paul.
Wow.
Touchdown to Heathrow, DP and me, bro. About to hit the club and turn that shit to a freak show. Look through the peephole, everybody geek, yo. Need to get go with an extremely deep. See 6 midgets that be fighting, juggling. Maybe it's just me, cause my mind is struggling. Babes, boyfriend.
So President Trump announced today that starting on February 1st, any city or state that declares themselves to be a sanctuary city or state will not receive federal funding anymore.
Good.
And before you hop in the comments and ask me, did I vote for this?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
They'll still deny that we're under a dictatorship, even though in the next breath they'll say, well, why didn't you comply? If you would have complied, you'd still be here. Comply or die. That's dictatorship.
I'm not sure exactly what you were talking about, but yeah, I mean, it's not so much that you comply or die. It's more like just comply. Things will go a lot easier. And here's a couple examples of some ladies that did not comply. And well, take a look and see how it turned out for them.
I want to move my car! Ah! I am disabled! I have a brain injury!
Stay back.
I am autistic and I have a brain injury! Put me down! I was just trying to get to the doctor and I'm autistic! It takes me
I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything, sir.
Ma'am.
I'm not doing anything, sir.
I've already told you.
I'm not doing anything.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
I need you to unlock the door.
Okay, we already
Roll
spoke
down
about
the
this, sir.
window.
I'm not doing anything to y'all.
Unlock the door.
I'm not doing.
Roll down
They
the
wanna
window. Yes.
break the windows. And this tow truck over here came over here too. I don't even know.
Just unlock the door and step
Sir,
out.
I'm not gonna do it because
Unlock the
I'm
door
not doing nothing
and
to
step
y'all.
out. Yes, you are at this time.
I told you. No, I'm not.
You are not listening.
It's not about
I
that.
already told you.
No, sir, it's not that. I'm not doing anything to
Yes,
y'all.
you are.
No, I'm not.
You are not listening to me.
I am, sir.
You're not free to go. You're not free to drive away.
Okay, I understand that,
You're
sir.
obstructing. The car has to be towed.
No,
So
it
you need to
doesn't.
step
No,
out.
no, it doesn't, sir.
Yes,
Like,
you
I'm
are
a gay
hazard-
guy.
And here's another video of Nick Shirley in Minnesota being confronted by a resident there. And of course, instead of, talking about the fraud that is running rampant in that state, he has to throw down the race card.
This has nothing to do with race. This is fraud. It's fraud.
This absolutely has to do with us being Muslim.
No, it does not.
All right, and us being from Africa. This is a constitutional argument. If you don't want us here, change the freedom of religion. Say, listen, we don't want Muslims in this country anymore.
We're not saying
no,
that.
No.
We're not saying that.
When I go
Sir,
onto
we're
your
talking
comments,
about fraud. You're talking.
When I go onto your comments,
my comments.
What I see is people that say we do not want Muslims here. Kick every single Muslim in Minnesota out of Minnesota.
That's a comment.
You are, listen, you're preparing for the Somali community to maybe be taken to concentration camps, just like the Japanese community. All right, you're sensationalizing.
No, we're not.
All right,
Sir,
something that
answer
can
the
listen.
question. Where is the transportation
something
vehicle
that can
company?
jeopardize
Answer the question.
the safety and the protection of the Somali community.
We're talking about
if
fraud.
anything happens to the Somali
We're talking
community,
about fraud.
Listen, I'm not doing anything. I'm not physically touching
You're
you.
getting very close.
I'm not physically touching you. No, I'm not physically touching you.
This is fraud.
What
We're talking
you're doing,
about fraud.
What you're
defending fraud. You're
when I go
defending
into
fraud.
your comments,
You're defending fraud.
People who hate Muslims
Okay,
want us out of here
people can say
for
what they
being
want.
Muslim.
I'm not censoring
Are
anybody.
using your material. Islamophobes use your material. People who hate Islam use your material. Say to us, we don't want you here. Change the Constitution. But guess what? Let me tell you something. Guess what?
Say it. We're asking about
You
fraud.
know,
We're asking about fraud.
You hate Muslims.
I'm not saying I hate Muslims. We're talking about fraud. We're talking
Why
about
are you
fraud.
attacking us?
This
Are we
is
the
fraud.
only community that suffers because of fraud?
We're talking about fraud.
Are we the only community that does fraud? Are we the only community that does this?
This is about fraud.
And for a second day in a row, Omar is confronted about the fraud that is going on with Minnesota. And of course, again, her arrogance has no bounds.
Congresswoman Omar, yesterday you told me to please read when I asked you about the $9 billion fraud that you denied is happening, but I have it right here. I read. Look, Chairman Comer opens hearing on massive fraud scandal, $9 billion.
That's what Comer believes because he's as smart as you are.
It's not just Comer. It's Scott Besson. It's federal prosecutors. It's House Oversight. And it's Minnesota State Reps.
You could have that, ma'am. I think you need to get examined because your brain has been fried in some way, and it's not okay. I really hope you get some help. You and the Republicans here. Take care, okay, ma'am?
I'm sorry, I couldn't go to the learning centers that you're running over in Minnesota, but I think you should perhaps read what's actually.
Need one of those learning centers.
I need one of those learning centers.
Yes, see it.
Representative Ilhan Omar has repeatedly dismissed the $9 billion Minnesota fraud figure, but numerous people, Treasury Secretary Scott Besson, Minnesota representatives in the state, Chairman Comer, amongst others, have confirmed this number is indeed correct and see it as one of the largest frauds in U.S. history. Do you acknowledge that this $9 billion figure is accurate? And also, what do you make of the Minnesota House introducing resolutions to impeach Governor Tim Walz?
Well, I'm unfamiliar with resolutions having been introduced relative to the impeachment of Tim Walz. I assume that's some extreme MAGA Republican who has done it, so I don't take that effort seriously. And if you're citing James Comer as a source for me, you better start someplace else, because he's not an individual that has any credibility, as far as I'm concerned, relative to the allegations that he's made. If James Comer wants to investigate waste, fraud, and abuse, start with the Trump administration. Go look into your organized crime boss who's running pay-to-play schemes all across the country, shaking down corporations and individuals, launching retribution efforts against American citizens who disagree with him. That's the behavior of an organized crime boss. And taxpayer dollars are being used to run this toxic scheme. If James Comer is serious about waste, fraud, and abuse, go investigate what's coming out of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the Trump White House. Now, as it relates to the allegations that have been raised in Minnesota, there are active investigations being run by state and local authorities who actually do have credibility to uncover the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Follow the facts, apply the law, and let the chips fall where they may.
Here is the Prime Minister of Canada apparently speaking in China, and, well, he kind of spills the tea, spills the beans. Anyways, he talks about the New World Order, and I don't know. I don't like it.
Mine is the first visit of a Canadian Prime Minister to China in nearly a decade. The world has changed much since that last visit. And I believe the progress that we have made in the partnership sets us up well for the new world order.
Okay, so my mortgage is $300,000. That's how much we bought our house for.
Congratulations, very good.
It's a 30-year mortgage at 5%.
Not great, but not horrible.
If we paid that off over 30 years,
yeah,
we would pay a total of $864,000 for this house.
That sounds
and
right.
That would be a total of $564,000 just in interest. It's like midnight right now, and I'm up doing these calculations. Made this account because I want to surprise my husband by paying micropayments towards our mortgage to try to pay it off by 50. And I can't believe running these numbers. Interest, it's just insane.
I don't know what's so shocking. It's called a 30-year mortgage. It's what a lot of people deal with. But yes, you are totally doing the right thing. If you can make more than the required payment each month, you're knocking down, well, you're basically avoiding the interest and paying on the loan itself. So you are doing the right thing. And I think it'll be a nice surprise for your husband.
I just ended my friendships with my MAGA friends on Friday after this happened, and I saw their views and how cold-blooded they were. I told them I didn't want them in my life anymore, and it's breaking my heart.
And why is it breaking your heart? Because I think deep down, you know that you're in the wrong here. If they're truly your friends, you really know what these people are like. And just because they have a different reaction to you from the shooting of the Minnesota mom, you're just going to cut them out? That's pretty sad.
That they're that way. I feel like they deceived me and make me think they were good people. But how can you be a good person when you are celebrating the death of an innocent woman? That is not a good person. And, you know, if they want to turn around and see the truth, I mean, we'll embrace them. I mean...
Yeah, as long as you think exactly like we think, we'll embrace you. We'll have you back in the small little tent that we have. It's so sad. These people are absolutely brainwashed.
It's just heartbreaking.
I'm not going to lie, that was kind of nice to watch. And here is maybe one of the weirdest commercials I've ever seen. I don't know how this could possibly be effective to bring up sales, but check it out.
This is true. He's got a grill. He's living the life. He's so happy. Got a great deal.
These 700 see nigga come forward side. You know the fuck going on. Best deal, nigga come forward side. Here we go.
What? What?
You heard that? Plain and simple.
Really? Plain and simple? I don't think so. I don't know what your definition of plain and simple is, but that was not it. You know, I'm not sure if I would be upset if I saw that in the backyard with my kids, but at least I'd have to say they're not just sitting on a couch in front of an iPad all day. And here's our fat little buddy bouncing around, doing all the little micro kicks. I'm telling you, if we ever had a zombie breakout and they just happened to be all midgets, this is the guy to call. Yeah. Get that key going. That midget zombie horde would have no chance of survival. I could watch that guy all day.
It's time for Dave's Detox.
If you see any injuries and think that he needs to come into care, we can.
Oh, man. Covered in coffee.
Mo, can you explain that?
Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode. And for all those that subscribed, thank you very much. And if you hit that thumbs up button, I do appreciate it. Look, there's going to be some videos popping up. I think you should check them out because I know you're going to enjoy them. And until the next episode, my friends, stay safe, know that you're loved and appreciated. And until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.